Well, you say we're all going to be Geordies for the day, right?
Our Geordie's going to be Geordies.
Exactly. Our Geordie's going to be Geordies for the day. I've seen this narrative spewed across social media now. And there's this woman that's a Man United fan, reporter. She's on TalkSport sometimes, but I'm not sure if this was a clip from TalkSport or from her own social channels. But she was saying that Newcastle fans have got to want to lose this weekend to relegate Spurs. And the reason being that if Spurs stay in the league, they're a big threat to Newcastle next season. Whereas if West Ham stay in the league, they're not too much of a threat for Newcastle next season. Which...
That's some validity. But they still got an outside shot of Europe. If they want any chance of Europe, they've got to win.
I think it's ridiculous. Like, look, everyone can point back to when we wanted Spurs to lose to stop Arsenal winning the league, but this is not the same.
I've never wanted to lose to relegate Newcastle. Why would I ever want that?
You know what I mean? Spurs and Newcastle have no beef with each other. You know? I like the Geordies. You know, they're a passionate fan base. Love all the fans that we interact with on here when we get the opposition previews and stuff. But there is a section of the fan base that genuinely wants them to lose this weekend, which absolutely blows my mind. How can any Newcastle fan want them to lose? And actually, if they do lose this weekend, there's a good chance they'll be finishing below Sunderland in the Premier League this season. So, do Geordies actually want Newcastle to lose this weekend?
Well, some Geordies been making videos. They've been posting video. Look, we've got it on. I got it on X.
Let's go and have a look at them, and let's expose these Newcastle fans.
If you go on X and you go to the first 3 tweets. So first of all, there's this one. NUFC PB says, "Let West Ham beat us next weekend, please. It's a nothing game for us." So he's tweeting out, and that got 7,500 likes. So he's
how many of those likes are West Ham fans? That's what I want to know.
Who knows? But he's seemingly not bothered, not fussed if they lose to us. This is I think it's Adam, isn't it? Adam Pearson. He's posted this clip. Yeah, you can play the video.
Do you all know on Sunday we play West Ham at St James's Park, and if Newcastle loses the game, Tottenham will drop into the relegation zone. But did you know 5 years ago Tottenham attempted to stop the takeover of Newcastle United? They weren't happy with the Saudi Arabian player background. They weren't happy with our sponsorships. They complained to the Premier League. They wanted to cripple our football club. And for all of you Newcastle fans watching this video, they wanted all of us to suffer under Mike Ashley. And now, 5 years later, they want us to beat West Ham at St James's Park to save them from relegation. Fuck off. West Ham, enjoy your day at St James's Park. Enjoy the beers, enjoy the sun, and enjoy your survival in the Premier League. Let's shake hands, let's move on, we'll regroup, and we'll go again next season, lads.
That is shameless, man. That is absolutely shameless. Talking about something that happened 5 years ago, Daniel Levy that opposed the Newcastle takeover, and Daniel Levy's not even here anymore.
You don't think West Ham opposed it? Of course they opposed it. No chance that West Ham were allowing that to happen as well. Absolutely no chance.
Shameless.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely shameless.
What is it with these Geordies? Why do they care if we stay up or not? Just do your job. Why are they bothered about it? We've not got no rivalry here. We've got no beef with Newcastle. There's nothing there.
Does everyone from Newcastle, the PGMOL, everyone else want to send Spurs down?
It's funny, in a different situation, they would want West Ham going down. But it's because it's against us. We're the bigger evil.
It's mad. It's only the reason is it's nothing to do with takeover or anything like that. They see Spurs as a threat for next season. That's what it is. They see Spurs as a danger to how high they can finish in the season. They're scared.
They're
That's
worried.
What it is.
Exactly. They're worried that if we stay up, we'll come back stronger, and they won't be able to keep up. That's what they're worried about.
They're looking at the Manchester United situation from last year. Man United finished 15th, 16th, whoever it was. They replenished the squad, got some quality in, and they ended up getting third in the table, or maybe fourth, wherever they're going to finish. You know, big clubs, they might have a few off seasons here or there, but they always rise. And Spurs are going to have one game a week next season under Roberto De Zerbi, and they're frightened of that prospect. They are frightened of that prospect.
And I think, you know what, I think they're a bit jealous of us as well because they got all these PSR issues and we haven't had the same things, and they're having to sell Gordon, and even though they got all this money and Saudi backed, they haven't got quite the financials to work to make it work, and they've had to sell a lot of players. Had to sell Anderson, who's now playing for Forest. They look at Tottenham, and we've had every advantage that they haven't had, and we're screwing it up. And they want us to like be punished for it, I reckon. They're just jealous that we're getting away. Well, not getting away, but we have our books in order when it comes to the finances, allegedly anyway. And we don't have the same problems as them having to sell our best players. So if we go down, that's like a club with more advantages than them, not in the same league at the same time.
Absolutely. Spot on. Let's go and look at this next one. They keep coming. They keep coming out the woodworks. What's this guy saying?
I want my team to lose a game of football. Didn't think I'd ever be here admitting that, but Newcastle, Eddie Howe, can you do the one thing that you've done in every single game this season and be absolutely shite at football? Let's give West Ham the 3 points on Sunday, please. I mean, I'm saying that like West Ham probably aren't going to beat us anyways. Because that Tottenham 1 Leeds 1 was disgraceful. 13 minutes. Are we taking the mic? Where did 13 minutes come from? Went up to 15 minutes, by the way. James Maddison came on in the 85th minute and got a 20-minute cameo. Work that one out if you can. This game means nothing to us. We're not going to get European football. We're not going to get relegated. I don't care where we are in mid-table. It's going to be an embarrassment anyways. And also, it means we'd relegate Callum Wilson. We can't do that. I love Callum Wilson. You love Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson scores goals. We're not going to do that, are we, Newcastle? Don't be so heartless. On the other hand, Callum, if you do score, just don't celebrate. If you do, I won't love you. Oh, ho, ho, ho. My God, that is tight. Tottenham just 2 points ahead of West Ham. Spurs have got Chelsea and Everton as well. I don't see them winning any of them games, by the way. West Ham, on the other hand, Newcastle and Leeds. Both teams have nothing to play for. Leeds, if you ever wanted to be a liked fan base, you've took points off Tottenham. Give them all 3 points. Give West Ham all 3 points. I'm begging you.
Begging? They are begging.
Shameless.
What do you mean
again.
begging?
Absolute shameless. These Newcastle fans are absolutely shameless. Shameless. That's the only word for them.
The only joy they can have this season is relegating Tottenham. Well, it's just... Why do they care
Surely
so
we
much?
can trust on our friends at Lee at Newcastle Fans TV. Surely he won't have this... They want Newcastle to win every game. Those guys are good guys. But these guys, what are they smoking down up at St James's Park? Seriously. What are they smoking?
It's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous.
Excuse me.
Apparently I can hear it. Okay.
I've also heard this narrative by West Ham fans saying the Premier League wants Spurs to stay up. The Premier League wants Spurs to stay up because the Premier League can't afford for Spurs to go down with the money that we bring and generate for the Premier League.
Of course.
Have you ever heard such nonsense before?
Have you seen the stats we're bringing up? Have you seen the refereeing? We just did a whole thread about how we're being screwed by the refs. What kind of... If they're going a shit way about it, if they're trying to keep us up. They're going a very weird way about it. How about let's never give them a penalty and send off all their players? I'll keep them up.
Yeah. They're saying, oh, but they got 13 minutes at the end of the Leeds game. They're just trying to keep Tottenham in the league. They're doing everything that they can to keep Tottenham in the league. I mean, these narratives just
13 minutes at home is probably bad for us. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen us play at home? Give 13 minutes away, maybe you have a point. Or at home, it's not an advantage, I can assure you. The
whole thing is just mental. It's just mental. So Newcastle, do us all a favour, win the game, shut these little fans up, and let's hope Spurs can stay in this division and we can send West Ham down.
Look, the reality is Eddie Howe ain't the fan base. He's going to go all out for the win. I'm sure of it. Come on, Eddie. I know you. I know what you're like. I know your mentality. You are not going to let this one slip you by. You still got the outside shot of Europe. I think you know it. We know it. You've got next season to think about. You need some momentum going into next season. So do us all a favour, Eddie, and get those 3 points.
And you can't be finishing below Sunderland in the league. Let's be
Exactly.
honest. That'll just be a pure embarrassment for Newcastle.
Real
United.
embarrassment. Real embarrassment.
How could you finish below Sunderland?
They're newly promoted Sunderland. Doesn't get more embarrassing than that. New
Exactly.
rivals who've just come into the Premier League, you're going to finish below them when you've been in the Championship this season. Let's not talk about us. Just talk about you. Talk about you. You can't let that happen.
We believe in you, Newcastle. We believe. You can get the job
Where are
done.
these? Where are the Sunderland fans? Where are the Mackhams? Where are they trying to pour some salt into the Newcastle wounds to get the motivation for the Newcastle fans? They're laughing at you. Sunderland are laughing at you. That's what they're doing. You can't allow this to happen. You can't allow this to
cannot
stand.
allow this to happen.
No.
This is it. This is your time, Newcastle. You can't let this embarrassment. This season has been too much of an embarrassment already. You can't let it be further embarrassment to finish below Sunderland. So Newcastle, we're relying on you this weekend. We believe in you this weekend, and you're going to get the job done this weekend. So come on, the Magpies. Magpies.